begin this session now?
Yes, please start.
So welcome to our show, and a big compliment for the excellent weekly crude report which you circulate and publish, and it has been a really great reference and insight into the markets. So we really appreciate that.
Thank you, sir.
And in your crude report, you have mentioned that the prices are likely to continue to be on the elevated side, largely from the supply side pressures. So could you please elaborate a bit on that as to what kind of supply side risk you see in the coming weeks?
Of course, sir. See, the situation right now is more complicated because the condition is mostly political more than the economical. Because in the last Thursday meeting of the OPEC, became stay silent about the Russia situation. And also in less than 15 minutes, they accept to increase the capacity of supply. But that much is not really interested for USA and Europe, because Europe mostly think for the next 6 months that what will be happen in the winter. And if they cannot supply more, so the situation be more critical in Europe. But OPEC be silent about the situation and only increase on a very less barrel per day from the June, and this make the USA disappointed. On the other hand, today, the 9th of May, is the Victory Day in Russia, and maybe from today, many things change in Russia, war with Ukraine, because maybe they do something more because they want to show that they are the victory of the war, or something like that. And this is a very, a very important seconds in the war, and maybe everything changed. And after that, we are not sure that the price will increase too much. But most probably we are sure that the price will not decrease. It will be in the range of 110 up to 115, something like that. But Gold Sache or other analysts do not record any new conditions for increasing the crude oil, but maybe more stable in the 110 up to 115, but mostly depend on the situation of the war and what will be happened on the NOPEC claim in the USA that they also raised against OPEC in the USA. It's complicated. We are not sure to declare it will be increased, mostly increase or mostly decrease, but we are probably sure that it not decrease.
Very interesting observation that you mentioned that the European Union has about 6 months to stop all oil imports, the crude oil imports from Russia, and about 9 months, which is end of the year, to stop all the refined oils as well. This seen in the light of OPEC quota increase of only 438,000 barrels per day. So OPEC is not supplying more oil. That's one. And EU has to ban Russian oil within 6 months. So how do you see the impact of this onto the crude oil prices in the near term?
Sir, let me see something more. We have some, unknown elements in the market that we don't know the affection that what will be happen. If the Venezuela coming back to the supply chain, if the JCPOA agreement will sign and Iran will start increasing the crude oil production to more than 2 million barrels. Right now, Iran is something around 900,000 to 1 million barrels per day production. So if Iran increasing the production, if Venezuela come back, or if the claim in the USA about the NOPEC against the Saudi Arabia and the OPEC will raise and Saudi Arabia accept new conditions there are many if conditions that we cannot also understand or predict that the price will go up or not. But something is very clear and transparent that more than 2 billion people are living in Europe, in USA, and in other countries that they need the energy. And all these governments are enough smart to know that how they can handle the situation, that no any crisis happen or anything happen in their country. So we think they will manage the conditions, but how it will go and what is the politicians' decision will affect on the market, it's really unpredictable, and we don't have enough information about that. Right now, we cannot also predict for more than 1 week because every day we have new situation, new conditions. But as we also consult with other analysts, also we read other articles. Something that's obvious that the price range of the crude oil in the first 6 months of the 2022 will not be less than 95 and will not be more than 125. It seems that this range is somehow accepted in the market. So there is no any more information about that, how it's going to more than 125 or less than that. But this is the range that maybe the market is somehow confirmed and accepted.
So the situation remains very volatile and complex, and this is the kind of price range or the price band you expect it to be between 105 and 125. So moving on to the bitumen, how is the bitumen demand currently in Iran?
Yes.
Actually, right now, if you want to describe the situation of Iran market, we can say that comparing to the previous years that we were approaching the monsoon, nowadays demand has been decreased. Actually, although all the time we were expecting, these days we were expecting to receive lots of inquiries from Indian traders as they were expecting to receive their cargo before the start of monsoon. These days, their demand has decreased significantly. And this can be attributed to the shipping line situation that they do not have any stable freight and the volatile situation in Iran, IME and the cargoes that are distributing by various suppliers in the market. So comparing to previous years, unfortunately, we are facing less demand from India.
That is true to some extent, and that has been reflected in the past 2 weeks. Minor correction in the bitumen prices by the state refiners by $10 and $5. But on a related note, how is the IME situation on the vacuum bottom in Iran? So is the supplies likely to improve?
Excuse me, your voice was interrupted and I didn't hear you well.
Okay, how is the market availability
Hello?
on IME? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Right now, yes, we hear.
Yeah. My next question was on the IME, how is the situation on the vacuum bottoms, availability and the prices? Where do you see it going forward?
Actually, we don't expect any serious increase in IME prices because nowadays the decreasing factors that affect bitumen and crude oil prices are almost in line with the increasing factors of determining the prices for crude oil or bitumen. So nowadays, after almost three months, the market is facing some stability and it's passing its calm days almost. So maybe we do not see any serious changes of prices at least within next 2-3 weeks.
One more thing in addition, that 2 months ago, many suppliers in Iran predict that that the crude will increase or any shock news will be happening in the market. So many suppliers compete on the IME for the vacuum bottom. But right now, all the suppliers, like as all the buyers, see somehow a quiet market with some stability in the prices. Price will be increased 5 or 10 or decrease 5 or 10. You didn't see any shock news that price jumping 25 or 30 US dollar up or down. So when these stability in the market happens, there is no interest for the suppliers to compete on the vacuum bottom and buying more, because when you buy the vacuum bottom, you should invest your money, and when you invest your money, you should think about the market. Therefore, they try to buy the vacuum bottom as much as they have the demand, so that it doesn't seem that any shock competition happened in the IME.
So I guess we are likely to witness a very stable pricing and supply and demand situation onto the bitumen market in the coming weeks.
Yes, right.
So thank you so much for sharing your invaluable views.
Thank you, sir.
And we look forward to
Thank you.
further
It was our
discussion.
pleasure.
Thank you so much.